It's like the Rockwell special. And with beef, and it's so good.
Oh.
And that's what I grew up on. All right. Oh, hi.
Don't mind me, he's making a video.
Are you videotaping or are you taking pictures?
I am video. So I have a buddy who is over in Wales right now, he and his wife.
Hey, Dan.
And Dan and I started a YouTube channel 14 years ago when we turned 40, and that's how we keep in touch. So whenever we do things, we make videos, and then we, yeah, often do maybe a
What's Dale's last name?
vocal overlay or whatever. But there's no need right now because you guys are so
Wales. So what kind of an accent? So
Welsh accent.
Capturing it all on video.
Hey Dan. So this is a party at Kat and Stefan's new house. So we're doing a gourmet pizza party. So these pizzas are queued up, ready to go. We're doing it with that pizza oven. It's like a little portable pizza oven. So this is 6th Street Broadway. The Money Pit is on 5th Street. So let me kind of give you a bearing as to where we are. This is, I always call it the Led Zeppelin Church because of St. Cashmere's. Do you know that Led Zeppelin song, Kashmir? That way is downtown. So the Money Pit is 1 street up on 5th and about 8 blocks down. So anyway, this is Kat and Stefan's new house. They just bought it a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if I talked about that. And this is their first party they've had in it, and it is a gourmet pizza party. So everybody had to make their own dough and bring their own toppings. And as usual, there is also music. So let's see if the front door's open. I tell you, I've had a hell of a last 24 hours. So Beth and I were up at a wedding yesterday. Kim and Jim's son, Hunter, got married. So Jim is the chancellor of UW Eau Claire, right? And yeah, here I am on the outside looking in. So Jim is the chancellor at UW Eau Claire. You went up, you know Jim and Kim. So their oldest son, Hunter, got married. Hunter and Duncan were really close friends back in high school. So we were up in the near St. Paul yesterday, and we had a tornizard warning, also known as a bliznado. So we had a blizzard warning and a tornado warning all at the same time. So when Beth and I drove back last night, my plan was to beat the weather back home from Minneapolis or from St. Paul all the way to Wabasha. It was 25 miles an hour, no visibility of either center line or fog line, and frequently you felt like you were going to slide off the roadway. So it was pretty gnarly. So what should have taken an hour 55 took 3 hours 15. Really, really stressful. And then 40 minutes, just on the other side of Wabasha, so really about an hour from home because we were driving so slowly. We were driving through so much slush and giant ice balls, it tore the muffler off, and we had to deal with muffler noise and the dragging muffler for the last hour home. It was just, God, I was exhausted. We got home, I crawled into bed. 2.5 hours later, I fell asleep because I think I was just so keyed up. And then today, a really interesting thing happened. So I had a staff member who has a hip issue. So I ended up working 12 to 5:30, which is fine. I was working at the drive-thru. I love working at the drive-thru. 15 minutes into the shift, I was in the back room. And I have that wooden ramp where I I roll the coffee in those garbage cans up that ramp from the warehouse up to, the main drive-through building. I went back to grab something. As I stepped up onto the ramp, I caught my foot and I fell and landed on my left hip. I mean, just right on the bone. And it hurt so bad. I mean, it's hard to describe how bad that hurt. Of course, what did I do? I just got up and I thought, well, shit, now this is embarrassing. So I went out. I kind of walked back into the warehouse. I went and checked the mail out the back door, closed the door. The next thing I know, I opened my eyes from the middle of a deep dream, and I'm lying on the floor in the warehouse. I have no idea how long I've been there. I'm assuming it was not very long. Completely passed out. So as near as I can tell, I had somehow activated my vagus nerve when I hit my hip, and I was in sort of textbook shock. I don't know if I was pale because I couldn't see my face. I was sweaty. God, I was hot. I had to take my jacket off. I was nauseous, and it was bad. And then I had to work for 5 more hours on my feet. So I threw 3 Advil down and hoped for the best. So anyway, now I'm at this party. I'm eating pizza. I'm enjoying, Daryl Ann and Lucas, Kat. I don't know where Kat went. And it's a nice party. There's a whole group of people. There we go. Anyway, there's a whole group of people. It's really nice. And the house is really, really nice. And they have a lot of the issues the Money Pit has, which cracks me up. So usually what I do is when I'm done working at the Money Pit, I will swing over and I will see what Stefan's up to and what he's working on. That way I can give him advice without actually having to do any work, which makes me happy. So anyway, I hope you're doing well in Wales, and I think I'll upload this video and you can watch it first thing tomorrow morning. In addition to watching the Man U results, the Manchester City results, and the Arsenal results. And the Brentford results, for that matter. So anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it.